Hi everyone, Irina here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking a bit about anxiety, getting lost in what other people are doing and getting lost in this constant mind chatter and oversensitivity. I just want to start with saying that it's okay if sometimes you feel overwhelmed and anxious about things that might not even be important things, and you just find yourself in the cycle of constantly worrying. In this video, I'm hopefully gonna give a bit of perspective towards what can you do to um, get more into peace and quiet and your own self-knowledge and self-connection. Because ultimately what I think is happening, we are oftentimes unknowingly getting so lost in the noise of outside world. And right now with the social media, with everyone always looking in their phones, it's almost like our life is so dependent on what's going on online, and we connect with other people not one-on-one when they're even in front of us, but we kind of have to filter it through all the online personalities that we know about them, and how we know them is oftentimes is actually through some kind of like online means. And so even when we go home after seeing someone, we can still stay in the loop of what they are doing, especially if they share a lot. And imagine it's not just one person, but the whole world is sort of like being online. So you are, even when you are home alone, and you have your phone with you, you have your computer, laptop, or whatever means of connection to internet, you actually are in the state of constant communication with these people, even without like one-on-one chat, because you can share what you're doing, what you're thinking, and they can do the same. And so I find that really creates the state of constant noise, like you are never alone, and also because you don't want to miss out of what everyone else is doing, it can be hard to put that phone down, because it does create a dopamine rush when we look at our feeds, Instagram or whatever else social media. It's already proven scientifically that that's what's happening with our brain. So it gives us that rush of a positive boost of feeling some positive emotion that gets us attached to go and do it again and look at the things again. So being in that constant field of mind chatter of what everyone else is doing creates the field of anxiety inside, because it's almost like we don't even have a place, we don't have time to just be on our own and just have a time to rest from all of that noise. And I found that what's helping me really is times of self-connection, maybe going to nature, maybe journaling, painting, drawing, listening to someone sharing a story in a meditative way, and any type of thing that actually slows down this constant pace of information that we often see when we look at social media. It's like everything's like so fast. You are looking at so much information in such a short time that you are not even able to process all of that information. So even when you turn off the phone, you keep thinking about those things and you don't even notice that. You're not present in your current life with current people who are around you. You're constantly thinking about things you saw just now on internet. And so my cure to this type of anxiety would actually be, especially if you're a sensitive person, especially if you find yourself engaged very quickly to everything you see around you, to people you are talking to, if you are an empathetic person, especially for you, you can have this sense of like hypersensitivity towards the outside world that it can create a disconnection with your own truth. And I find that that's dangerous because you can start to search for answers to everything on the outside, on the Google. Right now we have ChatGPT and all of this tools that sort of like can create whatever we want for us. I think it creates a danger of looking outside of ourselves constantly, looking for answers, looking for connection, looking what others are doing and doing kind of similar things. It's this, like, it's easy to get lost in that, and I think that is what's creating the internal stress and anxiety, where we lost touch with the inner knowledge, inner peace, and inner wisdom that we all have inside of us. And I think that when we look constantly on the outside, other people will give us answers to whatever we want, which is not a problem in itself. But the problem is when we are looking for that instead of going to ourselves and asking ourselves the questions that are actually important for us, and what's really truly important for us to know for our own path in life, for our own knowledge, for our own life experience, building something new. I think currently people got super disconnected from this inner answering machine in a way. We all have this inside of us, and you can also call this intuition. That's why today I wanted to come on to this video to talk to you, to encourage you to listen a bit more to yourself. And when I woke up, I almost like had this message for myself of like, listen to yourself, because we can listen to so much external noise that it can start confusing us, also because different people say different things and different people have different answer for everything. And if you try to compare all the answers and try to find what is the correct answer and try everything everyone is telling you, yeah, it might actually lead you away from just being here with yourself and listening to your answer, to your own wisdom for yourself. And I think that really gives a much more clear perspective on life when we don't have to constantly chat with others to find out what's the common truth in here, but we also have our own space, our private space, to explore our own inner world, to explore how we think, what we think about, and only after that we can then choose to connect with others, to create something together, to share our perspective, and maybe build something new. I hope that this maybe resonated a little bit with you, and it's definitely something I needed to hear myself. I oftentimes feel like whatever is coming up for ourselves, it can help others. That's why I'm sharing it. It might not help everyone, obviously, but it's just my perspective and what helped me. So this is Irina, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel. You're welcome to subscribe, to stay in touch, and I will be continuing to make content on what I think, what I feel, and hopefully in a way that's helpful for you. I wish you a great day full of clarity and your own wisdom.